Good morning, good morning, good morning. Peace and blessings. It's your boy Jay Taylor, Voices for the Voiceless. Today is January 14th, 2025. 14 days, officially 2 weeks into the new year. So you already know. We wishing y'all all the best, peace and blessings. But yeah, just got a little downtime while I'm at the gig. Just a few thoughts on the mind. I had a little time to chop it up. Man, I just seen, and once again, our thoughts and our prayers go out to the survivors of the disastrous fires in California and LA. You know, it's just, I see people talking about where there was a wealthy upper middle class, and it don't matter about how much money somebody got when you losing, your home. That's just so insensitive to me, just because, a lot of those people were, may had a little money or whatever. I mean, it's just certain things that you just can't put a price on that may have been lost. So my hearts and prayers go out to all of the people that lost their homes, their cars. Some people watched their pets burn. And on top of that, it's just an environmental uh, disaster because all that debris in the air out there, you might not be affected by the fire, but you're breathing in that air, all those toxins that are flying around. But I just seen um, Biden offers $770 one-time payment to the survivors of the fires. $770 one-time payment so they can get their necessities. I mean, if that's not a slap in the face, California pays the highest amount of taxes in the whole country by far. So for, you know, the government, the president to come out and say they're gonna give them a one-time payment of $770 that they signing up for, it just kind of puts you in the mindset of the hurricanes over there in North Carolina was offering them $750, when they lost everything. And you had to apply for that to see if you even could get approved to receive it when you pay taxes all year. You know what I'm saying? But this is your government. This is your leadership. These are the people. But Trump went in his pocket and pulled out $25 million and donated. Elon Musk, he created Starlink so people can, in North Carolinas can communicate with their loved ones. And Elon is, I'm hearing he's creating another Starlink for the survivors of the people in California that lost their service and trying to connect with their loved ones. So, say what you may, but I know that's a huge help. And $770 when you've lost everything, really, it's just insane, man. Another thing I want to chop it up about briefly, Mississippi State, um, Valley State College or whatever, the students were invited to perform next week at Donald Trump's inauguration. And people have been losing their mind, like just criticizing these kids, a once in a lifetime type of opportunity to perform at a presidential inauguration, and they running with the narrative, oh, you gonna go perform for that racist, that fascist, all this, and it's just it's sad because people are so ill informed. But I'm happy that a lot of people are waking up. Like, regardless of how you feel about Donald Trump, at the end of the day, for these kids to be on the world stage to display their talents, you should support that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. And, that's the HBCU. So they saying, oh, it's a historical black college. Why would you go perform for Donald Trump? With news flash, if you didn't know, Donald Trump donated the most money to historical black colleges. He's out of all the presidents, Donald Trump has invested the most in historical black colleges. So why wouldn't they go and perform for that man's inauguration when he has a history of supporting HBCUs, uh, unbeknownst, obviously, unbeknownst to the people that are spewing this ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It's just ignorant. If you don't know nothing of what you're saying, then you might just want to just be quiet. Because for you to sit up there and criticize these children, these young, I'm not going to call them children, they're in college, these young adults for taking an opportunity like this when this man has a history of investing in HBCUs. If you didn't know that, and then I'm already sure somebody gonna come up with another excuse. Well, just because he did that, just he invested the money just because of this, he invested the money just whatever the case may be. He invested more than any other president in historical black colleges, so they are well within their right. You know what I'm saying, to go perform at that man inauguration and have our support and salute and cheer those young folks on to have a great performance. Let's knock that off, man. Let's kill all that. You know what I'm saying? Leave them kids alone. Let them do what they got, what they came to do. If they actually do, I know they were raising funds. Mississippi Valley State, it's a HBCU to try to get there, and however they can make it work. I pray for them. They have a safe trip and that they're able to get there and do their thing. I support them. And man, it just make you. It just we living in this council culture, and I just think back to Trump's first inauguration performance, and remember how they did Cassette Michelle. Like, bring back Cassette Michelle, man. Black people, we are the culture of cancel culture. We are the ones that, because we canceled Cassette Michelle, and she was a very good singer, very a black lady, man, amazing vocals, extremely talented. Whatever happened to Cassette Michelle? She performed at Trump's inauguration, a once in a lifetime opportunity, and black people counsel her. Liberals in America counseled her. That's not even cool, man. How you gonna counsel somebody because they doing their job? They took an opportunity. I don't even know if that lady even do music no more. After she performed at Trump's first inauguration, we literally counseled her. That's terrible, man. I don't support, I don't endorse council culture. That's whack. So yeah, bring back Cassette Michelle. Leave the Mississippi State Valley children alone. Let them young people do their thing and support the president. And like I said, into the title of this video, President Trump is now a convicted felon. Well, where do we begin? Coming up, and when you think about a convicted felon, you think about somebody that is, deemed by society as someone that is a danger to society, someone that committed heinous acts, that's a criminal that did something where they should be separated from society and paid a debt to society for their actions. Someone that has been through the court system and has been found guilty by a jury of their peers, or someone that has copped out to a crime and was given a sentence or a fine or both. For those who don't know, I am a convicted felon. When I was younger, I did some things that I'm not proud of. And, since then, I changed my life around. I paid my debt to society. I'm now a taxpaying citizen. But when I think about that life, you know what I'm saying, and people that uh, I may have been incarcerated with, and convicted felons, it's a lot of dangerous people when you think about a convicted felon. And when I think about Donald Trump, he's far from the image of what I would consider a convicted felon. But as you know, convicted felons don't have the right to vote in America. But Donald Trump is a convicted felon and he's the president. That's backwards. Like if the president could be a convicted felon, I would think that a convicted felon should be able to vote. Maybe Donald Trump, when you get in, you can fix that. But we already know the case that he's just been, they rushed it into to action. It was the hush money trial with Stormy Daniels, and that whole situation was basically alleging that he was dealing with her, and it got out there. Then he gave us some money to be like, hey, keep our business, you know, something that you should do anyway. People running around running their mouth. He's like, here go a couple dollars, 100,000. Just, man, don't talk about it. So the only thing that he, is considered a convicted felon is the same thing that the state's attorney, the district attorney in Georgia that was trying to prosecute on Folly Willis. She did the same thing with Nathan Wade with her with her one of her underlings. She was having a relationship with Nathan Wade, somebody that was working for her, and they tried to keep that on the hush. She's not a convicted felon because of that. I mean, this is petty. So this is the reality of the situation where the man, they rushed it and escalated the sentencing where they didn't give him any penalties, just to say that Donald Trump is a convicted felon. Something as petty as allegedly he, having an affair and just gave her some money to be quiet about it. Now he's a convicted felon. No jail time, no nothing, no fines, no type of penalty, just to have the right to call him a convicted felon. And they did that January 10th, January 20th, 10 days before his inauguration. And the reason I think they did that is so they can escape lawsuits, because they've been calling him a convicted felon. And, technically you're not a convicted felon until you're sentenced. So to avoid a lawsuit later on, I think that's why they escalated this situation to convict this man with no real penalty, just to have it on record. So, man, that's a bunch of BS. Because when we talk about, I know real convicted felons, lifelong career criminals that are very dangerous, and Donald Trump don't hold a candle to them people. You know what I'm saying? So they can knock it off with all that. It's gonna get turned over in appeal. It's just to put it on record. But this is the games that they play. You know what I'm saying? But I got to get back to work. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Just some thoughts for the mind. And man, much love. Voices for the voiceless. We love y'all. Peace and blessings. And I'm out.